Yeah, man. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, man. Snax on Sports, man. I'm back with another one, man. And man, this is sad situation. Kevin Durant, you's a whole bitch out here, boy. and this shit is getting ridiculous, man. It's really getting ridiculous, you know. Yeah. Kevin motherfucking Durant. So now, now your bitch ass want to get somebody fired. Snax on Sports. I'm back with another one, man. We finna get into it, man. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Durant, you's a bitch ass nigga. Now this brother, after you done did all this hooping and hollering, you know what I'm saying, about, you know, you want to lead the Golden State Warriors, start your own shit, start your own team, start your own whatever the fuck, nigga. Now your bitch ass don't like the direction of the Brooklyn Nets. When you the motherfucker that you and Kyrie, this story just don't stop. It's all type of layers to this, man. So Kevin Durant had a meeting with the owner of the Brooklyn Nets, Joe Tsai, to reiterate and confirm the fact that he does want to be traded. Okay, ain't no play shit. You know what I mean? Ain't no capping, man. I want to get traded. However, if he is going to stay, he recommends or he gave an ultimatum to a billionaire and basically told this man, if you want to keep me, you got to fire Steve Nash and Sean Marks. You got to fire the head coach, Steve Nash, and the general manager, Sean Marks, if you want a shot at keeping me, right? Shit's just funny to me, bro, because Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving wanted Steve Nash. Now I'm seeing a lot of shit going around on Twitter and on, you know, on the interwebs, okay, saying that, oh, you know, Kevin Durant never wanted Steve Nash, and that was a Sean Marks hire, and he just okayed it, and this and that, and blah, blah, blah. Like, bullshit. So you mean to tell me Kevin motherfucking Durant and Kyrie Irving ran Kenny Atkinson up out of there, who had the Brooklyn Nets headed in the right direction as a head coach, ran his ass up out of there. So they ran him up out of there, but then you think that they didn't have no type of input or say on who would be the incoming coach? You motherfuckers really think you motherfuckers is really that motherfucking dumb to think that Kyrie and KD did not want Kenny Atkinson. They the reason why this man got up out of there and is the assistant coach for the Golden State Warriors, which is a job that Steve Nash formerly held. He was the assistant coach for the Golden State Warriors when KD was here. Right? So, and that's another thing. KD and Steve Nash worked very extensively here together when KD was in Golden State. When he was a player here and Steve Nash was assistant head coach here or whatever. Not assistant head coach, assistant coach. Or whatever the fuck he was doing for the Warriors. Him and Kevin Durant was they was working out together. You know what I'm saying? So I understand somebody can have a change of heart. You know what I mean? If you want to work with somebody and then after y'all work together, then you see, okay, maybe we don't work so good together. I understand that. But to have the balls, and you ain't really got none, bitch. But to be so arrogant, to think that like you could just walk up in there and tell a billionaire owner how to run his damn business after you done already ramshacked the franchise. Like I just don't get it. Kevin Durant, I mean, this nigga looks like more of a bitch than a bitch. You know what I'm talking about? Like, this nigga worse than LeBron James. I'm sorry. I got way more respect for LeBron James than I do for Kevin Durant. I'm talking about mountains more respect. My respect for Kevin Durant is in the negative. He ain't even in the positive. I don't even got zero respect for him. I got negative something type of respect for him. You been doing all type of bitch ass shit, nigga, since you left Oklahoma City. That's all you been doing. That's all you've been doing is bitch ass shit and making bitch ass moves since your ass left OKC. You going downhill, bro. Kevin Durant, you going down. Like, so before KD and Kyrie, Kenny Atkinson was the head coach. They had D'Angelo Russell, who made an all-star team with the Brooklyn Nets, okay, as they were on the D'Angelo Russell. He was an all-star his final year with the Brooklyn Nets, okay? They had D-Russ, you know, they had Karis LeVert, Spencer Dinwiddie, Jared Allen. Like they had a great young core there, and it was working. They had made the playoffs. Okay, the Brooklyn Nets, the Nets franchise was finally on the upswing. So much so that they have became a somewhat of a desired destination for superstars, i.e., they were able to get Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. So them two niggas come over there. I still fuck with Kyrie regardless. I fuck with Kyrie. So I don't want to say too much shit about him because I fuck with Kyrie. You know what I mean? Even though, you know, I don't agree with everything. You know what I mean? Like I agree with him totally on the vaccination shit. I mean, that's my right if I want to get vaccinated. I did not see this coming. Y'all can't just all of a sudden just throw this shit on me. I have a human right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm totally 1,000% in the corner in his corner with the vaccine shit. But the other shit, you know what I mean, about I'm just gonna kind of play when I want to, and I'm going through something, so I don't think I'm gonna show up today. And I'm gonna get at y'all next week. Yeah, I don't agree with all that. You know what I mean? Like I just don't come from. I don't come from that era. I come from the era where it's 82 games. These niggas is playing at the minimum 80 of them bitches. 80, 81, if not all 80 motherfucking two. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't understand the you getting paid to play basketball, but you're not playing. And you don't have a good reason why you're not gonna play tonight. You just ain't playing. And can't nobody reach you. Don't know. I mean the level of disrespect. You know what I mean? Towards the Nets hierarchy. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's the head coach, the general manager, the owner. I mean, I'm paying you $30-40 million a year, brother, and I don't even know where the fuck you at to show up to work. I mean, what type of shit is that? So, that's the only aspect about Kyrie on, but everything else, I still fuck with. I still fuck with his game. You know what I'm saying? And all of the talking that motherfuckers, all the bad shit talking that he get from motherfuckers. It is what it is. People gonna say whatever they gonna say. But but Kevin Durant, I just hey. So and so KD and Kyrie come over here to Brooklyn, and now all of a sudden, the coach get fired. Then Jared Allen, who's now an all-star with the Cleveland Cavaliers, who was an up-and-coming team. He gets traded or whatever. They bring in DeAndre Jordan, who used to be a solid player, but he's old now. But he's a friend of Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. So now he's on the team. And they say Atkinson was fired because he didn't want to start DeAndre Jordan. Him as a head coach, seeing what was best for the team, and that DeAndre Jordan isn't what he used to be, so I can't play him like that. I got to capitulate to what's best for the team, not what's best for KD and Kyrie, because that's my friend, because they y'all friend. So then they get rid of Kenny Atkinson because of that. DeAndre Jordan showed himself to not be playable. Then you got the pandemic shit and all that. Spencer Dinwiddie, he ended up getting traded. Karis LeVert, he ended up getting traded. All of these things, like the whole franchise and what was on the upswing before KD and Kyrie came over there, they just decimated it. And so I say all that because now for Kevin Durant to now request a trade to say, I don't want to be here no more, even though a year ago, I just signed a 4-year extension. Now, some said he would have signed that, he was going to sign that regardless, because it's like he understands that he's getting up there in age, and this might be like the last big contract that he might get, you know what I mean? Because it's going to be done when he's like 37 or some shit like that. So he was going to sign it regardless. Get your money, whatever. I understand that. But to just feel like you could just, you did sign the contract, so you can request whatever motherfucking trade you want. They ain't got to trade you. So if you was playing the game of, I'm gonna just sign this, and then a year from now, I'm gonna request a trade. I don't think you put a whole bunch of thought into this, brother. You know what I mean? I don't think you thought about the certain teams that you wanted to go to. You wasn't gonna be able to get traded there because of some rookie max extension that certain players is on, and so all this bullshit, just hella shit that niggas wouldn't have been able to think about if that's what he, you know, if he made a decision to say, I'm gonna just sign this extension and then request a trade a year from now. He didn't think about that. You know what I mean? He couldn't have known that type of shit. He wasn't thinking that deep into it. But the whole thing is it's like, it's crazy, bro, because it's like, you two niggas came over here and switched up the whole program. It's like y'all came into a nigga house and everything was already good. Everything was already in place. It was already structured. And y'all moved in and said, nah, fuck that. We finna rearrange. We finna change everything. Nah, we need to live like this. It need to be like this up in here. You know what I'm saying? And then a year or two later be like, nah, well, you know what? We up out of here. After changing everything and switching everything. I don't know, man. I don't even know if that's a good analogy, whatever the fuck. But it's just, this is like some, if you really think about it, bro, it's like some female shit, bro. It's like what a female do. It's what a bitch do. On some real shit. It's like, come through and you think you giving them everything, you doing everything right. You know what I'm saying? Ain't really giving them no reason to complain about this or complain about that. But they still complaining about something, right? Or ain't happy. You know what I mean? And then here comes somewhere now, okay, they want to break up with you, or they cheat on you, or they just, I'm not saying that, you know, out of a personal experience or nothing like that. I'm a married man, so, but I'm just saying something like, you know, it's just like, how after all I've done, like the Brooklyn Nets have given KD and Kyrie, and KD in particular, I mean, every regret. That's why the nigga's so arrogant to think that he can just come in and just say, hey, you know what I'm saying, if you want to keep me, get rid of them too. You know, so I will say that some of it is on the Brooklyn Nets, you know, for allowing it to get to a point to where, you know, you got the star or the superstar or the two superstars of the team basically running the franchise. You know what I'm saying? And then it gets to this point. This is why I've always said, I've said this in past videos. That's why I've always said, I don't give a fuck how great a player is. He can only have so much power in the organization. Look at the Warriors, bro. Okay? You think Steph, Clay, and Dre don't got some type of say-so over certain things, or they can give their input about this or about that, or suggestions about this, about that? Of course they do. But at the end of the day, Joe Lacob has made this very, very clear. They're players. They play. We're the front office. We make all those decisions. I think we've done a pretty good job thus far. So that's how we're going to keep it. We're not going to let these players, we're not just going to listen to, we're going to hear suggestions. Sometimes they may suggest something that we might want to do. It makes sense. Cool. But it ain't just finna be trade this player. All right, trade this player, trade that player, fire this coach. You like, and nah. We ain't doing all that. Look at the Bulls in the 90s. There was a lot of turbulence. It felt like, hey, if it wasn't for some of the bickering between the players, coaches versus the front office, you know, they could have won more than 6 championships. Probably could have won 7 or 8. You know what I mean? 9, 10, whatever. But my point is, They have Michael Jordan, bro, the greatest player of all time. Okay, and yes, they heard out some of his suggestions and stuff like that, but ultimately, Jerry Krause and Jerry Reinsdorf, that was who was running the show. That's who was running the show. You know what I mean? I heard there was a few players like Jordan's one of them type of players. He liked his friends on the team. And the most players is like that. They want to play with their friends or whatever. So he had some North Carolina dudes he wanted to, you know what I mean? They're like, nah, we ain't doing all that, man. You feel me? So when you have a situation like the Brooklyn Nets and you got KD and Kyrie, you know, feeling like they run the whole fucking franchise, this is what happens, bro. You know what I mean? And now they running from the situation. Not necessarily Kyrie, but Kevin Durant. Just a bitch ass nigga, bro. Now you want to go to the next nigga. You the bitch that wanna you can't get everything your way in this relationship. So instead of you know, trying to really build something and get through the turbulent times, you want to just run to the next nigga. Kevin Durant is a bitch, bro. I'm sorry. Ain't no other way to slice it. He a hoe. Nigga got me all blocked on the Instagram and all that shit. That's another thing too. I'm gonna do an episode about that, about what you know what happened and what led up to Kevin Durant blocking me on Instagram. We had you know, it was cool for a minute there. Not cool, but you know what I mean. I had talked to him a few times on Instagram, DM, you know, about, you know, certain shit regarding the Warriors. This is when he was here with the Warriors. But yeah, I'll do an episode on that. But now yeah, he just a bitch, bro. He just a bitch because, you know, like I said, Brooklyn Nets give you everything. They bring in players that they wouldn't have probably brought in if you didn't tell them to do it because they were your friend and all this, and they fired coaches and hired other coaches that y'all wanted, and you know, all of these things, man. You know, it's just whatever KD wanted, they done. And now you want to be traded? And you want Steve Nash and the general manager, Sean Marks, fired? I don't understand that type of shit, bro. I just don't. Let me check the laptop, see what's... I just don't understand it, man. You know? Let's see here. Let's see. So this is it's really it's really comical, man. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Durant has reiterated this trade request to Nets governor Josiah. So Kevin Durant tells Nets owner to trade him or fire Steve Nash. And Joe Siden already came out, the owner of the Brooklyn Nets, and said that the front office and coaching staff, he tweeted this, after all this news broke. You said the front office and the coaching staff have my full support, and we will make decisions that we will make the best decisions. We will make decisions best for, what's best for the Brooklyn Nets, which is basically coming out and basically saying, look, I'm backing my coach and my general manager. I'm not finna, because I'm not finna, we gotten to this point now. We've already, now you want to, you want to leave, but then, you'll stay if I backstab some other motherfuckers and fire them. He like, come on, man. Like, for one, I mean, bro, I'm a motherfucking billionaire. That don't mean I'm a better man than you, or no, I'm just saying, my nigga, like, come on, who the fuck you think you is? You work for me, bitch. You skinny ass motherfucker. The fuck wrong with you? Got me fucked up, nigga. Betrayed your motherfucking ass to Sacramento, bitch. That's the fuck I would do. Get your ass up out of here. But yeah. It just don't work like that. You want me to fire my niggas, backstab them, and so what that would do is that would make Joe Tsai and the Brooklyn Nets look like, that would make him look like he ain't got no type of backbone at all. You know what I'm saying? To you know what I mean? Because that, and so if that would happen, if that would happen, then what general manager and head coach is going to want to come work for the Brooklyn Nets after this? After you fire Steve Nash and Sean Marks because a disgruntled superstar asked you to, all while letting you know he really don't want to play for you no more, no way. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see. I think maybe Kevin Durant this is just another tactic for him to make sure that he gets traded from the Brooklyn Nets, because he got to know, or maybe he's just trying to see, let me see how much I can get away with. Let me push the buttons. This nigga might fire them niggas and bring in some other niggas that I want. You know what I mean? I may be able to just run the motherfucking franchise. So let's see if I can get away with that. And if not, hey, I'll get my way the other way. I'll get traded. But at this point, Kevin Durant is losing a lot for me. He's losing a lot of. He ain't losing a lot of respect. He already lost my damn respect. But he just, I mean, it's just he going down, bro. Like his reputation, and it just, I mean, I don't even know if that even makes sense. But you know what I mean? It's just you're ruining your legacy. In my opinion, because you just look like you just running when shit get hard, and you always want your next stop to be your best stop, or and not that you shouldn't want your next stop to be your best stop, but what I really mean is you want your next stop to be already ready-made championship caliber team. You know what I'm saying? And that's just not how you garner the respect, man, that you looking for. You know what I mean? Get it out the mud, bro. You was getting it out the mud with OKC. You know what I mean? Y'all didn't ultimately get over the hump, but y'all got to the finals. Who knows? Y'all could have got back there. Y'all would have stuck it out. But man, this just some hoe-ass, hoish, backstabbing ass, entitled, arrogant ass shit. You know what I'm saying? And KD, I mean, it's like, man, I think the Warriors winning this championship really fucked his head up, bro. I think I'm telling you, that's the underlying. Look what's going on. Look at Steph Curry. Look at it, like he just. Like now he talking about he doesn't like the vision or the direction that the Brooklyn Nets is going in. Bro, it's mainly your fault why they in the direction that they going. And like the only people I see backing Kevin Durant is Nets fans. Because these fucking fans is so, like, they got no fucking backbone, bro. Like, when Kevin Durant was here after that first year, I was ready for him to leave. I was saying it. I got receipts. I didn't give a fuck about Kevin Durant being over here because I knew we were already a championship team without him. Duh, we won a fucking championship before that bitch nigga came over here. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't. But I understand, you know, it's the Nets, man. It's the Brooklyn Nets, formerly the New Jersey Nets. They don't have no type of winning history at all. They went to a few finals with Byron Scott as their head coach and Jason Kidd at the helm. You know, they had no shot at winning. But they got there, you know. That was the beginning of to me, that was like the start of the East kind of, well, I was gonna say that was kind of the start of the East being weak, but no, that's a little too early. The East was still good. Because the Nets was going to the finals in the early 2000s and towards the mid 2000s. I think they went back-to-back years, if I'm not mistaken. In 2002 and 3 against the Lakers and the Spurs. They lost both of them. But why the fuck was I saying that? I forgot why the fuck I was saying that, man. But talking about you don't like the direction, you know, it's like it's the direct. Like what's funny to me, bro, is the accountability that and that's another thing. Like I said, that's similar characteristics to a bitch. They don't take accountability for nothing at all. I'm talking about nothing. Zero. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where that type of vibe and that type of attitude comes from, where a person just think it's all this shit going on wrong with them and or whatever in their life or whatever, but none of it is their fault. You know what I'm saying? And so the disgusting part to me about a lot of this shit is when I see motherfuckers defending this type of behavior of Kevin Durant. Well, he never wanted Steve Nash to begin with, and what did Steve Nash had no answer for the Boston Celtics, you know, in the playoffs, and he didn't come up with any type of adjustments or draw up anything. Why the fuck he gotta draw up some shit for the best player in the, you know, y'all don't know who the fuck y'all want to be the best player. Y'all talk about all these best players except for who really is the best motherfucking player. Either Steph Curry or Giannis Antetokounmpo. You need to be talking about LeBron James and Kevin Durant and Luka Doncic and all this other. Them niggas is not the best player. They are some of the top players in the league, but the best player is either Steph Curry or Giannis Antetokounmpo, and I'm going with Steph Curry because he got the title. Them two niggas won the last two championships, so This shit be ridiculous. And them two niggas ain't got no drama. They ain't got none of this bullshit. They ain't bouncing from team to team all around the league like a prostitute, chasing rings. They ain't doing none of that. It's funny how that worked, bro. It's funny how that worked. But it's like Steph and Giannis are the antithesis to KD and LeBron. I mean, the total opposite. Team players, not. I mean, every player, you know, is egotistical and has an ego in a way, and is, you know, cocky or whatever. But I'm saying it's, you know, with Giannis and Steph, there's a humility about them. You know what I mean? That, you know, that is, you know, man, it's just crazy, bro. So I think the underlying shit with Kevin Durant, man, is that the fact that the Golden State Warriors won a championship after him when he thought he was leaving us for dead. And not only did they win the championship, you know, like I said, Steph had the performance of his life, finals MVP, and they beat the team that swept Kevin Durant. They beat the team that swept Kevin Durant. The team that swept Kevin Durant and had Kevin Durant looking like he forgot how to play basketball. You know what I'm saying? Had him looking like the professional, the NBA players in the first Space Jam with Michael Jordan, when the niggas lost all their talents and shit, and the Monstars took their talents. Yeah, that team, the Boston Celtics, Steph Curry annihilated them. You know what I'm saying? So to me, you know, I feel like it's really the underlying theme for KD is that it's really irking him that Golden State won another championship and beat the team that swept them en route to winning that championship in fairly easy fashion. Not easy like it was easy, but 6 games, they won 4 of them. You know what I mean? 4-2. You know what I mean? And probably should have won. Should have won the first game in game 1. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's just one of them things, man, where this shit is funny to me. So, to say, you know, to blame Steve Nash, you know, and say, well, you know, it was because he didn't draw up a play and all this other shit like this. Come on, this is Kevin Durant. See, that's the shit that I don't be liking, you know what I'm saying, about you niggas. Okay? That, and it's why I'm not one for blaming coaching and all that shit, unless it's like just so obvious. You know what I'm saying? But my thing be like this, right? To give Steve Nash no credit if they succeed, but then you want to give him the blame when they lose, and talk about because he didn't, you know, he's not a good enough coach, or he didn't make any adjustments. This is the coach that Kevin Durant wanted, brother. You know what I mean? They had a good coach. They had Kenny Atkinson. So they didn't want him. They wanted Steve Nash, and they got him. Now you don't want him. Not only did you pick him, and now you don't want him. I mean, man, it's this shit. It irks me that some motherfuckers just be like, that performance that Kevin Durant had against the Boston Celtics in the first round, let that have been Steph Curry. Let that have been LeBron James. Okay? Like, it's like that performance happened Motherfuckers talked about it for a couple days to a week. And after that, y'all got right back to talking about how this nigga is the easy money sniper and the best player in the world. And all while this nigga sitting at home, not winning one game in the playoffs. The only team in the whole postseason to get swept and not win a game. And they had Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. See, he should have never left OKC. But once he did, he went to Golden State. You had a structure there. That's where you should have just stayed. Right there. But I was happy you left. I think, for me, the only thing that would get me to start to, give KD a little bit of respect back is if he somehow find a way to go back to OKC and finish what he started there. Even if they don't win a championship. But just go back and just end your career there. I think that would be dope. Because ain't nothing else. Since you left there, bro, it's all, you got burner accounts and you arguing with motherfuckers on Twitter that you shouldn't be, and you bouncing from team to team, requesting trades, requesting motherfuckers to be fired, and I mean, you just doing a lot of bitch ass shit. It just is what it is. You feel me? Kevin Durant not liking the Nets' vision when they did everything to accommodate KD's vision of the Nets is absolutely poetic, pathetic, and 100% hysterical. Absolutely. Said by Damon Bruce on Twitter. David Bruce of 95.7 The Game. The local Bay Area, sports station out here in the Bay. But yeah, no, that just sums it up for me. I mean, this is hysterical, bro. It's poetic because it's like, I love it for, it's so great for all of this to be happening in the summer where we just won the championship. Steph Curry just got the finals MVP. And after everybody thought that was trying to give Kevin Durant the fucking credit for the championships in 17, 18, like, bro, it's being proven what it was, bro. Okay? It's being proven. His first year in Brooklyn, he was out. His technically his first year, okay? He was recovering from the torn ACL. Not torn ACL, torn Achilles, okay? And that was the bubble year, so it really did. So he actually had extra time to heal and shit. Then his second year, they get to the second round, lose to Giannis in the Milwaukee Bucks in 7 games. What do you want me to do? You supposed to be better than Giannis. You got to find a way to make that happen. Oh, Kyrie got hurt, man. Kyrie got hurt at the end of game 4, nigga, when the Bucks was tying up the series 2-2. They was down 2-0. And in that game 2, they got blew out by 50. So the Nets were firmly in control and lost 4 of the next 5 games. You motherfucker gonna talk about, oh, well, his toe, if he had a size 11 instead of a size 13 or whatever the fuck, man, I don't give a fuck. It was a 2-pointer. It wasn't a 3. So it is what it is. To me, it's just fate. That means it wasn't meant to be. Period. If it was meant to be, it would have been a 3. They would have went on to to win that series and probably would have went on to win the championship. Because the only team that would have been in their way is the Phoenix Suns. Because the next series they would have played against Atlanta. They would have beat them just like Milwaukee beat them. So I said it last year when that series was going on. I said it was the second round. I said between the Brooklyn Nets and the Milwaukee Bucks, whoever wins this series is going to represent the East in the finals. And that's exactly what happened. And I said it this year when it was Boston against Milwaukee in the second round. I said whoever wins this series is going to represent the East in the finals. And that's exactly what happened. So, and then, you know, his third year, which was this past year, they get swept in the first round. And he looks bad. Like they shut him down. He was supposed to be the most unstoppable and this and that. There's no defense for KD and this and that. That's all false. Boston had a defense for him. Yeah. They shut him down. For sure, though. So after all of that, but it's Steve Nash's fault or it's Sean Marks' fault. And after all of that, y'all still want to talk about this nigga's the best player in the world and he's the most unstoppable player and it's like all this, like, I don't get it. What am I missing? What am I not seeing? What am I not seeing? And this what we in the new millennium. Up is down, left is right, and right is wrong. Whatever our eyes see, we don't believe it. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing in football. Every year, y'all got all these motherfucking quarterbacks ahead of Tom Brady. Who the nigga keep winning all the motherfucking Super Bowls on different teams and keep like, I just don't get it. How at this point in Tom Brady's career do you guys keep finding a way to pick all these other motherfuckers ahead of him? Talking about Aaron Rodgers and all this shit. This nigga talking about I do shrooms and all this other shit. This what y'all celebrating? Aaron Rodgers. Y'all talking about he's the number one quarterback. How? Number one seed didn't even get to the NFC Championship? I don't get it. Like you see that when it matters most, he's not as good as you think that he is, and this other guy is. And this keeps repeating itself over and over and over and over again, yet you won't just give in. You know, until Tom Brady retires. He has proven to me and to all of us, if we just look at what the fuck we see, he's the best quarterback in the league. I don't give a fuck about his age. He's the best. There's nobody better. Not Patrick Mahomes, not Joe Burrow, not the boy up in Buffalo, Allen, not motherfucking Lamar Jackson, not motherfucking Deshaun Watson, not motherfucking Justin Herbert, not Aaron Rodgers, not Matt Stafford. I was about to say Sam Bradford. Nobody. He's the number one dude that you should want. He's proven this time and time again. So it's the same thing like I feel with KD and LeBron and this thing. Y'all keep saying, yeah, KD the best. Or this nigga the best. Or the LeBron is the best. No. You got two choices, okay? It's either Steph Curry or Giannis Antetokounmpo. Okay, to me, I feel like Steph Curry is the best, but I'm giving you Giannis just because I feel like he right there. You know what I'm saying? Most people, the outside world would say that he's better than Steph Curry. I think Steph Curry is better. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? So, we'll see. I would love to see Warriors Bucks NBA Finals. I think we might get that coming up, and I think the Warriors gonna come out on top because they got Steph Curry. It's just what the fuck I just believe. So, but I would love to see it, and yeah, man. It's just this whole situation is just crazy, man. You know, like my nigga said, this shit is hysterical, man. It really is. Let me see. Huh. Of course he did. This say Nets owner Joe Tsai responded to a reported ultimatum from Kevin Durant. Of course. Fuck is you, nigga? I'm the owner of the team, bitch. You don't come in here talking to me like that, nigga. Give me an ultimatum. Talking about niggas either me or them. Fuck you talking about? You go then, bitch. You finna get your ass up out of here quick, fast, in the motherfucking hurry. And watch this. This is what I think. This is what I'm predicting. Okay. I feel like once they finally do get from up under KD and Kyrie, okay, Kyrie just kind of like, I mean, I guess KD is too, because I mean, technically, he signed the contract. He don't have no, he can't block no trade nowhere. So they don't have to trade him. But Kyrie is essentially just kind of like just, you know, sitting and waiting to see what happens with KD, and that'll determine if he's gonna you know, be there or not or whatever. But you know, I feel like once they finally get from up under KD and Kyrie, I think ultimately, eventually, they're going to be a better team. Okay? And not saying that they're going to, maybe they won't contend for championships and all that, but I mean, I just mean from just having KD up out of there, and they'll be able to whoever the head coach is will be able to galvanize all the players. They'll be able to, you know, come together and bond off this whole situation. And over time, it may not be right off the bat. You know what I mean? Just like the Warriors, as soon as he left, you know, we had a down year or two because we had to, like I said, we had to get our bearings up under us and fill out the roster to how to where it could fit what we do. You know what I mean? With Steph, Clay, and Dre. So I feel like the same thing with the Brooklyn Nets. You know what I mean? Like, you got to get them niggas up out of there, man, because right now they're lowering the morale of the team. You know what I'm saying? It's just and at this point, it don't even, to me, it don't matter if the Nets end up not trading KD and he has to report to training camp or whatever, and they end up playing. You know what I mean? You know, Kyrie is there and all that. They ain't winning no championship, bro. It's just it's too much damage that has been done, bro. You know what I mean? Like, they're not winning no championship. So it's damn near probably better that they do trade the nigga, just because, like, and just say fuck it. We got no choice but to just start from scratch. You know what I mean? These niggas, the fucked up part is that had them niggas never came, you know what I mean? Who knows? The Nets might be one of the. They might be where people think they should be right now, and where people think they or have thought they should be the past 2 or 3 years or whatever. Okay, or maybe a little bit under that, like, because I'm saying, right before KD and Kyrie, they was on the way up. They had made the playoffs. I believe they lost in the first round, but that's usually how it starts. You get there, just get the experience. Okay, get bounced in the first round. Next year, come back strong. They never had that chance to come back stronger because they ended up getting Kevin Durant and Kyrie, which dismantled the camaraderie, you know what I'm saying, of the team. So there was a few people that was able to stay over. You know, Joe Harris, Jared Allen was there, and then, you know, they traded him. You know, they got rid of Karis LeVert. I believe Spencer. Well, Spencer did. You know, I can't remember if Spencer did, but he was there for a little bit too. But had they not came over there, they probably would at least be, to me, they would at least be at least as good as they were 2 or 3 years later, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, who knows? I think what the Brooklyn Nets may have been is more closer to a version of what the Atlanta Hawks were last year when they went to the Eastern Conference Finals. That's what I'm saying. Something like that. They could have kind of maybe possibly rose to that point, because they were that type of team, just like Atlanta, just up and coming and just young, and, you know what I mean, all the pieces were being put in place. The coach was doing a damn good job, and then KD and Kyrie came and just blew that up. So this is sad, sick shit, man. What these niggas is doing.
The never-ending conflict between NBA ownership and the top tier of NBA players, and who's really in control here. And I would imagine that Joe Tsai is going to have a lot of NBA owners calling him and saying things like, you get rid of him. Don't capitulate to Kevin Durant's demands. This is a bad look for all of us. This is the worst. The ultimate decision falls in the hands of Joe Tsai, but it's a legitimate concern. If you allow a player, even if you're Joe Tsai and you truly believe in your heart of hearts that Kevin Durant is right about Sean Marks and Steve Nash, if you do this, it doesn't look good. It looks like you are a weak owner who is capitulating to the demands of a disgruntled star. That's the optics of it, regardless of the real power dynamics at play. What's at stake here is real.
I mean, and that just is what it is, bro. Like, straight up, like, you know, if you do that as an owner, you just look like you soft as fuck. Like, man, just whatever, just to keep this player. Just, I mean, I don't even, man. If I was a player, man, I wouldn't even respect that, bro. I'm not even that type of, like, I'm not requesting for motherfuckers to be fired. So if I don't want to be here, I don't want to be here. Just do as much as you can to just get me up out of here. I'm not finna then come call for a motherfucker job and all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the whole shit about it to me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Somebody said KD and Kyrie tore apart the culture and roster brick by brick. KD not being happy with the direction of the franchise is going in is something I agree with, because with him as the leader of the franchise, it's not something I'd want either. So he basically saying, you know what I mean? I agree with KD. You know what I'm saying? I agree with KD. I don't like it's your vision, bitch. How you don't like the vision? It's your vision. That basically what it is. This is summing shit up. You know what I mean? Somebody said, remember when KD and Kyrie made the Nets sign washed DeAndre Jordan and then play him over Jared Allen as an ultimatum before they teamed up there? Yeah, man. So I can't really one thing I'm definitely not with is blaming Steve Nash. I'm not here to say Steve Nash is a great coach and he is never. See, my thing is, you know, if you're gonna have a team like that, you need to have a coach that got a little more backbone, got a little more authority to kind of say something. You know what I mean? Otherwise, Steve Nash needs a team where he can establish himself as a coach in the league first. You know what I'm saying? Because it's getting to the point to where now it's like they disrespecting this man. This man, I understand your playing career and your coaching career is two different things, but still, man, this man is a Hall of Fame player in the history of the NBA. One of the top point guards in NBA history. Okay? Steve Nash deserves some respect. I'm sorry. He just does. Back-to-back MVP. I don't care what you feel about it. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Whether he won it or, you know, Shaq should have won it or Kobe should have won it, whatever. Steve Nash is who won it. Back-to-back MVPs. You know what I mean? And what the Phoenix Suns was doing at that time, man. That was revolutionizing the sport as well. You know what I mean? In a smaller way than what it was the beginning of, even what the Warriors just basically took what they did. The Warriors took a combination of what the Spurs started with 10 seconds or less or 7 seconds or less or whatever, and what the Spurs do, and combined it and added a venomous, deadly three-point shot to it, and that's why they are what they are. Along with the fact that they play good defense too. So Steve Nash deserves respect. He not just no motherfucker that don't know shit, don't know nothing about basketball, nothing, you know what I mean? Like come on, man. I know the little goofy dance videos be throwing niggas off and shit, but still, man, you know. He's a cerebral. He was a cerebral player. He was a great point guard, setting up. You know, man, Amari Stoudemire and Sean Marion. Come on, man. Give Steve Nash his credit. He deserved that. Stop talking about that man like he's just some nigga off the street and he ain't got 2 MVPs. You feel me? And he don't know the game of basketball. So, and I don't know too much about Sean Marks. I just know who he is, and you know what I mean? I know when I see him on TV or, you know, see a picture of him or whatever. But he ain't did a bad job. He's done, you know what I mean? I know that. So can't be a bad job, nigga. If it's a bad job, it's a bad job by you. You the nigga that motherfucking did the shit. They doing everything you want to do. Yeah, man. So, you know, it is what it is, man. These niggas is bitches. Well, not these niggas. Only KD. Like I said, Kyrie, I still fuck with Kyrie. But KD, you the worst. You the worst scum of the motherfucking earth, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And your bitch made. You know what I'm saying? And you just a weirdo. You just a motherfucking weirdo. Straight up. Want niggas to lose their jobs and all that shit. This nigga, man. Somebody said it's remarkable. The Nets went from an incredibly fun and young 2018-2019 team to this current situation. You go after KD and Kyrie 10 out of 10 times, but damn, everyone involved shares some responsibility. Man, to me, Steve Nash got the least responsibility, nigga. I don't give a damn. The most responsibility go to KD and Kyrie, you know, the players, I'm gonna say KD and the front office, you know, the general manager and the owner. Steve Nash is he's just a coach. He ain't got no say over nothing. You know what I'm saying? The front office, because they let this shit happen. They let these niggas and allow these niggas to feel like they, you know, they got all this motherfucking you know, all this say so in the franchise. So that was their fault. Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure, man. If I was the Brooklyn Nets, I'll trade that nigga to Orlando. Shit. I'll trade that nigga to Orlando or Sacramento, or I might trade him back to OKC. But you're going to a bad team. I'm not trading you to no team where it's ready made and all that shit. Now fuck that. Nigga, you want to get traded? I'm finna trade your bitch ass. Nigga. Trade your ass to the motherfucking Utah Jazz, nigga. And Simmons ain't gonna, not Simmons. What's that nigga name, man? Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell ain't gonna be there. So, you know. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it, bro. I just wanted to say that KD a bitch. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be that way. It is what it is. And I really feel like the Nets are gonna be better off without KD and Kyrie, man. You know, and just start back from scratch, taking back control of the organization, and you know they got this experience to know that they don't want to ever do that again. You know, and no team should relinquish their, you know, the authority of their team to the star players and all that. Nah, fuck that. Y'all niggas is basketball players. Play basketball. Let me run a motherfucking team, nigga. Fuck you mean, boy? Must have fell and bumped your motherfucking head. But yeah, I want to see how this gonna end, man. As far as where's Kevin Durant, Katie, like Katie Holmes. See where the hell he gonna end up at. Cause this shit crazy, bro. This shit crazy than a motherfucking dog. Snax on Sports, I'm gone. I always say this because it might happen, but you know, in case some more news come up about this particular situation, it may be a part 2 of this, you know what I mean, of this KD wanting motherfuckers to get fired shit. You know what I'm saying? That's some bitch ass shit, boy. Boy, you's a motherfucking bitch and a half. Snax on Sports, I'm gone.